Hey, what's up everybody? Today I've got in my hands two of the Lex Strymon rotary pedals. I have the V1 version 1 and I got the V2 here. And I've had the V1 for a couple years and I've loved it. It's been great. But I wanted the stereo capabilities of this guy because this has stereo in if you switch it over to stereo in, or it can go mono in. This only has mono in. Both have stereo outs. And I wanted to be able to have other stereo pedals feeding into this and then coming out stereo. But you be the judge. Enjoy my AB shootout. And please like and subscribe. And thanks a lot for checking out my channel. See ya. All right, here we go. I've got the V1 versus the V2. And now we're going to look at the speeds. So we're going to start with the V1 here. Okay, so now we want to look at mic distance. Mic distance, we'll start with this guy here, okay? We'll start him up, straight up, slow. And this is close up. So we'll start both close up, and then we'll start working our way this way, which means farther away, okay? Okay, now we're going to look at the horn right here. And this is like the top tweeter. We're going to see how it adds high end and cuts through the mix, if you will, even though I don't have a mix. Here we go. Whoops. Let's start here with... check the preamp here, okay? This is like the drive that we're gonna add, and we'll start off with the V1, and then we'll compare it to the preamp drive of the V2. So here we go. I'll just start dialing it in until it breaks up too much. Okay, now we're going to test how this thing ramps up in speed. So there's no knob here, but there is one here. We'll start with slow and then medium and fast, but we'll start with this guy first. So first we're just going to start it right here. Okay, now we're going to test the mic placement on the V2 and see how it sounds tonally against the V1, which doesn't give you mic placement option, all right? I suspect, I feel like when I switch the V2 to the rear, it sounds thick and lush like V1. Because in this situation, I feel the V1 is a fatter, more lush sound, and V2 is a little thinner, but when I go to the rear and mic it from behind, it's almost the same. I wish I could get somewhere in the middle, but there's no middle setting here. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're going to explore the wet-dry knob that only the V2 model has. And to the left will be full-on Leslie or let's say maximum Leslie, and to the right will be less Leslie and maximum guitar, okay? Okay, so the V1 does not have a master volume knob, while the V2 does. So I'm going to compare these two, having the V2 at noon, but then I will try and match the volume of the V2 to the V1 because I believe that the V1 is louder by default. So here we go. Starting off with the V1.